Hi children, today you are going to learn ninth class 6th chapter, that is linear equations in two variables. In that exercise number 1 and introduction about the chapter we are going to be completing. So let us come to know first what is meaning of equation. What is meaning of equation? Then we go for linear equations. As you have learned linear polynomials, no? Linear in the sense, if the power of the variable is 1, it's known as a linear polynomial. Okay, then here linear equation in the sense same. The variable, here also will get a variables. Here also we get variable. The power of the variable should be 1. Okay, but here we get two variables. What is equation? Let us learn first. What is the meaning of equation? An open sentence contains a sign of equality. An open sentence contains sign of equality is called an equation. An open sentence contains a sign of equality is called equation. An open sentence in the sense, here nothing but, here an open sentence is nothing but you can say variable. That's nothing but a variable or filling the blanks or anything. An open sentence contains sign of equality. There should be a one variable and there should be one equal symbol. Then only they are called as a equation. Suppose I will write some examples here. X plus 4 equal to 7. It is a equation. There is a variable and equal symbol. Yes, there is a variable and there is a equal symbol. So it is an equation. If I write here 4 plus 3 equal to 7. It is a mathematical statement, but it's not a equation. It is a mathematical statement, but it's not a equation because there is no variable. Here there is a variable. Suppose y plus 7 equal to 16. Here is a variable. Here is a open sentence. Y in the sense nothing but a open sentence, which is unknown term, nothing but a blank. It is also an equation. Here you can substitute 1, 2, 3, 4, infinitive number of numbers we can substitute in the place of variable. In the place of variable or in the place of blank, we can substitute infinitive number of numbers. But there is only one chance to make this statement correct. But we have to see that if there is an open sentence or not, an equal symbol or not. If both open sentence and equal symbol, if both are there, then it's called as an equation. Or not, they are not as an equation. See, suppose x plus 4 is greater than 11. It is not an equation. It is also not an equation because there is a variable. Open sentence is there, but not equal symbol. So it is also not an equation. So try to understand what is meaning of equation. There should be an open sentence and there should be an equal symbol. Regarding this, already we have learned in the 7th class in the simple equation chapter. Yes, there you can learn. Next, we go for in 8th class also we have a chapter on this open equation, on equation. Okay, linear equation in one variable we have learned in the 8th class. There also I have explained what about this. You can see that video. You can understand more clearly about the equations. Here I don't want to discuss again more depth. Now we go for linear equation. It is a linear equation because here power of the variable is 1. Here also power of the variable is 1. This is a linear equation. But how many variables are here? In the example number 1, only one variable. Here also only one variable. Suppose if you write x plus y equal to 11. Now it is a, see, the power of the variables are 1 and 1. This is an equation. Now if power of the variables is 1, they are called linear. And there is a variable, there is an open sentence and there is an equal symbol. So it is an equation. Linear equations in how many variables are here? There is a 1 and 2. X and y, there are both variables. So it is a linear equation in two variables. Linear equations in two variables. Let me write now 2x plus 3y equal to 23. Now it is also a linear equation. Power of the variables are 1, 1. So linear equations in two variables. If a linear equation contains two variables, it is called linear equation in two variables. I hope you understood the meaning of our chapter. So here let me ask some questions, general questions, that suppose you have gone to a sale or not a shop. You have gone to the shop. A boy is gone to a shop. He purchased one bat and one ball, together 900 rupees. Together, if he purchased for 900 rupees, then can you tell one bat plus one ball, together it is a 900 rupees. Can you tell me what is the cost of one bat and what is the cost of a one ball individually? Together the shopkeeper has taken 900 rupees. Now can you tell what is the cost of bat and what is the cost of ball? Some of them will tell that the bat cost is 850 and ball cost is 50 rupees. It become a 900. Okay, it is also okay, but there is another chance also. Bat may be 800, ball may be 100, it become also 900. Or not, there is another chance. See, you make it this. Suppose bat is 500. It is a very costly ball. There will be 400. It will equal to 900. There is a many chances. Or not, bat is free of cost and ball is 900. Bat is free of cost I have given, but ball is a 900 rupees. There is an offer. If you purchase a ball, bat free, but ball cost is 900. There is a many chances I am telling you. Yes, there is a many chances. Bat free on ball, purchasing on ball, but ball cost will be a 900. Shopkeepers will keep a offers like that. They don't want to lose. They know the business tricks, how to run their business. Okay, but see that here bat cost is unknown, ball cost also is unknown. Bat value we don't know individually, ball cost also we don't know individually. Suppose let me take, suppose you have gone to the vegetable market. You have taken 2 kgs tomatoes and 3 kgs brinjals. Together the cost is 100 rupees. Together the cost is 100 rupees. 3 kgs tomatoes, 2 kgs tomatoes and 3 kgs brinjals. Together the cost is 100 rupees. Together the cost is 100 rupees. Can you tell me that what is the cost of 1 kg of tomatoes? Then what is the cost of 1 kg of brinjal? It may be the variation will be fluctuated. Like maybe the cost of tomatoes may take 20 rupees. 1 kg tomatoes. 1 kg tomatoes will be kg 20 rupees. Then here is 40 and brinjal cost will be getting 20 rupees kg, 320 is 60. Here is 40 rupees and here is 60 rupees, maybe 100 rupees. Or not, it may be 20 rupees and it may be 80 rupees, it will be 100 rupees. So, when two things are unknown, it is known as a linear equations in two variables. So, see that here the cost of bat is suppose x. We'll assume like the cost of bat suppose x rupees and the cost of ball is suppose y rupees. The cost of bat is x rupees, the cost of ball is y rupees. Then we can write now here, this can be written as like x plus y equal to 100. Sorry, x plus y equal to 900. X plus y equal to 900. That means here x is unknown, that means the cost of bat is unknown. Y is also unknown, that means the cost of ball also is unknown. At this time, we'll be having infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. That means we can write many solutions. Here the cost of bat, suppose minus 100 rupees. The cost of ball is 1000 rupees. It is also because 900. See, it's also we can write in the negative, not only in the positive. The cost of bat 1 rupee. The cost of ball 899. Or not, the cost of bat 899. The cost of ball is 1 rupee. In that way, put tomatoes. Suppose tomatoes is for free, for brinjals 100 rupees for 3 kg. So in this way they may we get infinitely many solutions. That means I would like to tell you only one thing, that a linear equation two variables will be having infinitely many solutions. We cannot say that this is a particular solution, only this is the solution for linear equation two variable. No, not like that. A linear equation two variables. A linear equation two variables having infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. X equal to 1, y equal to 4, it is 5. X equal to minus 1, y equal to 6, it is 5. X equal to minus 2, y equal to 7, it is also 5. x equal to 3, y equal to 2. It is also 5. Like this, how many solutions I can write to make satisfy x plus y equal to 5? There are infinitely many solutions I can write. Infinitely many solutions I can write to satisfy the linear equation in two variables. Okay, I hope you understood what is linear equations in two variables. Now, I will give you the general form of linear equation in two variables. I will give you a general form of linear equation in two variables. This general form is very helpful. See, in the linear equation two variables, there will definitely two variables x and y, and their power should be 1 and 1. Okay, their power should be 1 and 1. Then only they call as a linear equation. The general form of linear equations, LE, linear equation in two variables. Linear equation in two variables. What is the general form? Here actually we will write x plus y, okay, equal to plus equal to suppose something c, like that. Okay. Normally the general form is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Plus c equal to 0. This is the general form. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. A is a coefficient of x, b is a coefficient of y, c is a constant term. A is a coefficient of x. Coefficient in the sense what? Already I told you in the chapter of polynomials and factorization. The multiplication term to the variables is known as a coefficient. What is multiplying to x? Here a. So a is a coefficient of x, b is a coefficient of y, and c is a constant term. Here a, b, c are any real numbers. A, B, C are any real numbers. So you can use any real numbers like root 2, root 3 or 2, 5, 6, minus 5, minus 3. Any numbers can be used in the place of A, B, C. Suppose here minus 5 x plus root 2y plus 7 by 2 equal to 0. Can you indicate what is the A, B, C values now? Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Can you compare with this linear equation two variable and write a, b, c values now? Let us write a, b, c values. So let us compare this in the linear equation two variables. You tell me now what is the a, b, c value? A value equal to minus 5. Now b value equal to root 2. C value equal to 7 by 2. 7 by 2. Now this is the way we have to complete our exercise number 6.1. The only thing we have only indicating a, b, c values. That's it. So without wasting your time, let us start our exercise number 6.1. And we go for the exercise number 6.1. Here you can understand clearly. Yes, the first bit in the exercise number 6.1, express the following linear equations in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and indicate the values of a, b, c in each case. So look at your textbook if at all you have a textbook or not. Before the video and end of the video I will keep the video of this exercise number 6.1. All the questions you can see there. You take a screenshot of that so that you can see the questions also. Express the following linear equation in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. What is ax plus by plus c equal to 0? It is the general form of a linear equation in two variables. So indicate the values of a, b, c. Also we need to find out the values of a, b, c. This is the first bit. And first question, see that already 8x plus 5y minus 3 equal to 0. Now let us compare this with the linear equation two variable. Already it is in the form of linear equation two variable. Let us compare ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the linear equation two variable. Now let us find out the a, b, c values. Here a equal to 8, b equal to 5. What is the c value? C equal to not 3. C equal to not a 3. It is minus 3. We have to look at the symbols also. If there is a minus here, we have to write clearly those values also. Here we got a, b, c values. Now next we go for the second question in this. 28x minus 35y equal to minus 7. This we have to write. When you are saying equation, you make it equal to 0 first. Ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Equal to 0 we have to make. But here equal to minus 7 is there. This minus 7 we have to bring this side. So 28x minus 35y minus 7. If you bring left side, that become a plus 7. If you transport to the left side, that become a plus 7. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Now let us compare the ABC value where a equal to 28, b equal to minus 35 and c equal to plus 7. Yes, I hope you are getting understand here clearly. Now next we go for third solution. 93x is equal to 12 minus 15y. 12 minus 15y. This we have to write in this form ax plus by plus c equal to 0. First x terms. This minus 15y you bring this side, that makes plus 15y. Next 12 also bring this side, that become minus 12 equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a value equal to 93, b value equal to 15 and c value equal to minus 12. Then fourth solution, 2x equal to minus 5y. 2x equal to minus 5y. See that there is no constant term, even though how I am going to do it. Look at here, 2x this minus 5y you bring this side, that become a plus 5y equal to 0. Okay, already minus 5y we brought this side. There will be nothing left, so 0 I can write. Then what is the constant term? See, this I can write now. It is a ax. This is a by plus c value is nothing more. We write 0. That is equal to 0. The c value will put it as a 0. The constant term here not there. X terms are there, y terms are there, but constant term is not present. So the in present, absent. So constant term is absent. So we put it as like a 0 line. Now you can compare with general form of linear equation two variable, that is ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where you can compare now a equal to 2, b equal to 5 and c equal to 0. There is no c value. So in this way we can complete this. Now the three more questions are left in this. Let us try to solve that also. Without our exercise number 1 will get complete. Very easy, only complete this exercise will be like this only, indicating values of a, b, c values and a little variations in the bits, but the theme is same. Now next we go for the fifth one. X by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 7. Now this we can simplify. See in a two ways. Normally you go for here, this we can write 1 by 3 into x, 1 by 3, this is 1 by 3 into x, 1 by 4 into y, this plus 7 you bring this side, that become minus 7 equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c. So now here it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a value equal to 1 by 3, b value equal to 1 by 4, c value equal to minus 7. Or else you can also do this problem like this. See, x by 3 plus y by 4 equal to 7. You take the cross multiplication here, 3 4s are 12, 4 into x is 4x plus 3 into y is 3y is equal to 7. This 12 you transfer this side. Now 4x plus 3y equal to 7 into 12. So 4x plus 3y is equal to here 84. This 84 you bring this side. 4x plus 3y minus 84 equal to 0. You compare with the linear equation, two variables, that is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Then we get a value is 4, b value is 3, and c value is minus 84. You can write any answer, you will get a correct marks. There will be no problem. Okay, where a, b, c are known as real numbers. These all are real numbers only. Even that also real numbers only. Set of all the numbers are known as a real numbers. Then we go for question number 6. Solution: y equal to minus 3 by 2 into x. See, very carefully we'll do it. Y equal to minus 3 into x is minus 3x by 2. This 2 will transfer this side. 2 is dividing. It will be multiplied. 2 into y, 2y, that equal to minus 3x. Minus 3x will bring this side. That will become plus 3x. That is plus 3x first. Then plus 2y is equal to 0. Then here see that the opposite of constant term. So we can write here minus 3x become plus 3x. Here however there is a plus 2y is there, plus 2y is here. I have written in the standard form, x term, y term, then constant terms. X terms, y terms plus constant term equal to 0. Now there is a c term, we put as a 0. Now let us compare this with the ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where we get a value as a 3 and b value as a 2 and c value equal to 0. Yes, I hope you have completed this. Now the seventh one I will do it here. Solution: 3x plus 5y is equal to 12. Very easy one. This 12 you bring this side. 3x plus 5y minus 12 equal to 0. Now we will compare with the ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is the general form of linear equation, two variable, where a value is 3, b value is 5 and c value is minus 12. Okay, I hope you understood the exercise number 6.1 first bit. Now we go for the second bit. Write each of the following in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 and find the values of a, b and c. Okay, let's find out first one. Now here yes, it is first question is 2x equal to 5. What we have to do? We have to write this in the form of general form of a linear equation, two variable. Let us this 5 will bring this side first. So we get that is 2x minus 5 equal to 0. See that there is no y term is present, so we write here 2x plus 0 into y. There is no y's are present, no 0 into y. How many y's are there then? There is 0 y's. Minus 5 equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. We can calculate now a value, b value and c value. A value is 2, b value is 0, c value is minus 5. So in this way we can complete this. See the second one, y minus 2 equal to 0. What term is left here? We have to write linear equation two variable form. X term is absent here, so let us write 0 into x are there here plus 1y is there. Y is nothing but a 1y minus 2 equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Now we can calculate a value, b value and c value. A value is 0, b value is 1, c value is minus 2. Now we go for third solution. Y by 3 equal to, sorry, y by 7 equal to 3. Y by 7 equal to 3. This 7 will transfer this side. So y equal to 7 into 3. Then y equal to 21. See that there is x value is absent here. So we write here 0 into x are present. How many 0 x present are? 0. Here there is a 1y is there, that equal to 21. This plus 21 also will bring this side. 0 into x plus 1 into y is minus 21. equal to 0, where it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. A equal to what? 0, b equal to 1, c equal to minus 21. Next, last one of these bit, the fourth one, that is x equal to minus 14 by 13. This 13 you bring this side. 13 into x, 13x, that equal to minus 14. Minus 14 also you bring this side, that is 13x plus 14 equal to 0, where y value is, there is no y terms, so we put y terms as a 0 into y plus 14 equal to 0. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, where a value is 13, b value is 0 and c value is 14. See that how we have written in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Third bit, here third bit, express the following statement as a linear equation in two variable. We have to read the statements given here in the third bit. We have to write the linear equation form. It is very important because this third bit, if you understand, in the next further exercises they will be giving word problems. That word problems we have to understand clearly and we have to form a linear equations like ax plus by plus c equal to 0 form. Okay, let us make it first. We'll try to understand. Sum of two numbers is 34 is given. First question, sum of two numbers is 34. When we add two numbers is getting 34. So let us assume first, let us assume that the first number, the two numbers are x and y. The two numbers, let us assume like x and y. Has given that in the question, sum of two numbers, the sum of two numbers is equal to 34 is sum in the sense plus. Let us add what are the two numbers here, x and y. The first number we assume like x, the second number we assume like y, that equal to 34. This 34 you bring this side, then x plus y minus 34 will be equal to 0. The plus 34 become a minus 34. Now it is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0 form. Linear equation two variable form. That's it, children. Simple. Then second one. See that a cost of ball pen is 5 rupees less than the cost of fountain pen. The cost of ball pen is 5 rupees less than cost of fountain pen. So let us assume the cost of ball pen we don't know, the cost of fountain pen also we don't know, but in given that the cost of ball pen is 5 rupees less than cost of fountain pen. So let us assume first, let us assume that the cost of fountain pen equal to rupees x. The cost of fountain pen is rupees x. Then the cost of ball pen is equal to rupees y. The cost of fountain pen is rupees x and the cost of ball pen is rupees y. See that he given the cost of ball pen is 5 rupees less, rupees 5 less than half of the cost of fountain pen. Here let us write the cost of ball pen. In the question given the cost of ball pen rupees 5 less than the cost of half of the cost of fountain pen. Half of the cost of fountain pen. So let us make it ball pen. So let us ball pen is y. The cost of ball pen is focusing on the ball pen and telling is focusing on ball pen and telling the rate. So this ball pen y is nothing but a ball pen. ball pen is, the cost of ball pen is 5 rupees less. So with less is minus 5 rupees minus. Then what? Half of the cost of fountain pen. Half of the cost of fountain pen. What is the cost of fountain pen? X. Half of the cost of fountain pen is x by 2. We'll make it half of this cost by 2. Now this 5 also we write as a 5 by 1. Now y equal to, here we take a cross multiplication at RHS side. What we get? See, 2 ones are 2, 1 into x is x, minus 2 5s are 10. This 2 will bring this side, 2y equal to x minus 10. This 2y also will bring this side, because to make it in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Here there is a x, this plus 2y become minus 2y, already there is a minus 10, here equal to 0. Have you understood this? This 2y we brought here, plus 2y become a minus 2y. Then already x minus 10, here x and minus 10. I have written in the standard form. That's what. Okay. These are the two. Next, there will be 4 more problems in this bit. Let us solve all of these. All the problems. Yes. Now, we go for that. Question number 3 solution. Question number 3 is, Bhargavi got 10 more marks than double of marks of Sindhu. Bhargavi got 10 more marks than double of marks of Sindhu. So let us assume we don't know here how many marks Bhargavi got and how many marks that Sindhu got. So let us assume the marks scored by Sindhu equal to x, the marks scored by Bhargavi equal to y. As he said that Bhargavi got 10 more marks than double of marks of Sindhu. Then double of the marks of Sindhu. Double of marks of Sindhu. So let us write now Bhargavi. Bhargavi is nothing but a y. She got 10 marks more, so plus 10. If it is less, minus more, in the sense plus 10 marks more. Then double of marks of Sindhu. Sindhu marks are x. Double of marks of x is 2x. Half in the sense by 2. Double in the sense 2x. So this is what? This plus y also will bring this side. So what will get? 2x. This plus y become minus y. Plus there is a 10. That equal to 0. Okay, this will be 0 completely. This y we brought aside. There will be 0 left in this side. Now that is what. Now we go for fourth solution. Yes. Now the cost of pencil is rupees 2 and the cost of pencil is 2 rupees and one ballpoint pen cost is 15 rupees. Sheila pays 100 rupees for pencil and pens she purchased. So one cost of one pencil is 2 rupees. Cost of one ballpoint pen is 15 rupees. Sheila went to a shop. She gave 100 rupees to shopkeeper. Then she purchased some pencils and some pens. He did not mention how many pencils she purchased. He did not even mention how many pens she purchased. But she brought 100 rupees of materials which contains pencils and pens. Okay, with this we have to make it. Here he given a clearly the cost of pencil, cost of one pencil, the cost of one pencil, the cost of one pencil is rupees 2 and the cost of one pen, one ballpoint pen, one ballpoint pen is equal to rupees 15. Then we have to assume that how many pencils she purchased. We don't know how many pencils she purchased. Even we don't know how many pens she purchased. So let us assume that అంటే అనుకోవడం అనుకుందాం ఏమనుకుందాం she purchased some x pencils. Let us assume that okay Sheila purchased the number of pencils purchased, the number of pencils purchased is equal to x pencils she purchased, then the number of ballpoint pens purchased equal to y. Okay, she have purchased x number of pencils and she have purchased y number of pens. Each pencil cost is 2 rupees. Each pen cost is 15 rupees. If one pencil she purchased, she have to pay 2 rupees. If 2 pencils she purchased, she have to pay 4 rupees. If 3 pencils she purchased, she have to pay 6 rupees. 2 into 3. If 5 pencils she purchased, 5 into 2, 10. So if 10 pencils she purchased, 2 into 10, 20 rupees she have to pay. If x pencils are purchased, how much amount she have to pay? 2x rupees. The amount paid for pencils, the amount paid for pencils equal to 2x rupees. She paid 2x rupees for purchasing x pencils. Now same way the amount paid for y pens, nothing but a ballpoint pen, that is 15 into y, 15y. Okay, one pen 15 rupees, 2 pens 30 rupees, y pens 15y pens, 15 into y pen, that is 15y pens, 2 into x pencil, 2x pencils. Okay, then how can we write? According to the statement, you write the statement here or not write like this. According to the given statement is what? She paid 100 rupees for purchasing x pencils and y pens. That means she have paid 2x rupees for pencils, 5y rupees for pens, total 100 rupees she paid. So 100 you bring this side, that becomes 2x plus 5y minus 100 equal to 0. This will be a linear equation 2 variable form. So I hope you understood this clearly. See, if you want to take screenshot, you can take it. Okay. Then there will be 2 more questions are left again. Let us solve and we will complete this exercise. Yes. Now we go for question number 5 and question number 6. Third bit. Question number 5. Yamini and Fatima of class 9. Yamini and Fatima are studying in class 9. Contributed rupees 200 towards Prime Minister Relief Fund. Yamini and Fatima both are two friends who are studying in 9th class. What they have done? They have collected 200 rupees, two of them, and given 200 rupees that to the Prime Minister Relief Fund. What this Prime Minister will do it? The contributor whichever comes to the Prime Minister Relief Fund, Prime Minister he will use for the social activities to help the poor people. Okay, then here clearly given in the question, Yamini and Fatima gave 200 rupees, but he did not given that how much amount as given by Yamini and how much amount is contributed by Fatima. Maybe Yamini paid 1 rupee and Fatima paid 199 rupees. Maybe Yamini paid 50 rupees or Fatima paid 150 rupees. We don't know what exact amount they contributed, but total amount contributed by these two people are 200 rupees. So let us assume that the amount contributed by Yamini is equal to rupees X. Then the amount contributed by Fatima is equal to rupees Y. But both according to the statement now, you write the statement here. To write the statement it takes the time, so I will write directly according to the given statement. What is the statement? The both of them they paid 200 rupees, contributed 200 rupees. So the Yamini paid X rupees plus Fatima paid Y rupees, that is equal to they paid 200 rupees. So this 200 you bring this side, X plus Y minus 200 equal to 0. Now this is what a linear equation two variable form. Then sixth solution. See that the sixth one already we have done in our previous classes many questions. The sum of two digit number and the number obtained by reversing the order of its digit is 121. If the digits of unit place and tens place are X and Y respectively. Okay, there is a two digit number. The two digit number is given, and it is also given that the unit place digit is X and tens place digit is Y. Let us write the unit place digit the unit place digit is X. The tens place digit is Y. Then the two digit number is the two digit number is equal to first unit place, then tens place, Yx. Then the two digit number is Yx. He said the sum of two digit number and obtaining reversing the order. By reversing the order of these two digits, reversing the order of two digits, the order of two digit number, reverse the order, Yx becoming Xy, Yx becoming Xy, two digit number is Yx. Then the reversing this order we get Xy. Now according to the statement, according to the given statement, we get, see, the sum of two digit number and reversing, by obtaining reversing of the order, the sum of two digit number, sum in the sense plus two digit number is Yx and here reversing digit Xy. Then we add it, we will get 121. When you add the two digit number and reversing of the digits, we get 121. But this is the two digit numbers now. Every two digit number can be written in the expanded form. Suppose 56 can be written as 50 plus 6. Because 5 into 10, 50, 6 into 1, 6. Suppose 230, 57, how can we write? 2 in 100 place, so 2 into 100, 200 plus 5 in 10 place, 5 into 10, 50 plus 7 into 1 is 7 plus That way we can write. In the same way we will write this. This y in tens place, so it is a 10y plus this x in ones place, so we will write 1x plus here it is in tens place, so 10x plus we write this is in the ones place, so 1y, that equal to 121 by writing expanded form, by using expanded form, by using expanded form we get, by using expanded form we get this step. Here 10y plus 1y, that is 11y, 1x plus 10x, that is 11x, equal to 121. Here 11 you take out common factor, 11 you take out common factor, what you will get? Y plus x equal to 121. This 11 will transfer this side, this y plus x or x plus y, both will be same only, no? Instead of y plus x, we will write x plus y. 2 plus 3 or 3 plus 2 will get same only. That equal to this 11 is multiplying, so it will be divided 121 by 11. 11 ones are 11 11s are. X plus y equal to 11. This 11 you transfer this side now. X plus y minus 11 equal to 0. Now we have completed our sixth question also of third bit. With this exercise is got completed. I hope you understood. Practice third bit very carefully. Okay, that's it for today's class. Have a nice day.